Let's consider just how much of our life experience involves sexuality. How many of us are consumed with thoughts of longing for intimacy and sexual fulfillment? What about how preoccupied adolescents can be with worries about whether they're normal? Do you remember how much of high school and middle school is spent navigating who we are, attraction, and relationships? I'm Jill Herbertson, co-founder of More Than Sex Ed, a Los Angeles-based nonprofit dedicated to facilitating conversations about healthy sexuality with teens, tweens, parents, youth mentors, and educators.
Our curriculum uses a variety of teaching tools in our workshops. Let's briefly look at one of them now. This is a diagram of the ways that sexuality intersects with all sorts of other aspects of our lives. From here, we see how truly complex human sexuality is. Sexuality and biology intersect here with the topics of sexual health and reproduction. Science and medicine cover a great deal about what we typically expect from a sex ed class. Much of this information focuses on avoiding the negative repercussions of unsafe sex. However, there's so much more to sex ed than focusing solely on biology. For example, a holistic understanding of intercourse needs to include topics such as intimacy. We work on building relationship skills so that any sexual contact we have with others is consensual and appropriate and respectful. Even something as seemingly simple as asking, "May I hug you?" is important. Our popular bubble wrap exercise gives youth an opportunity to practice asking and giving consent. Our understanding of the intersection of sexuality and physical experience, sensuality, impacts our understanding of intimate relationships. Part of the joy of having a body is the sensual and sexual pleasure we may experience. All people deserve to feel good about their bodies and learn about the ways that they can enjoy their bodies in responsible and healthy ways. Topics here range from skin hunger, the basic human need for physical touch, to body image. Let's continue with the topic example of body image and explore the ways our mental image of our physical body is impacted by sexualization. Sexualization is the intersection of sexuality and power. One way we experience this is in the unrealistic messages about attractiveness that are common in advertising. An activity we use in order to explore how these messages are harmful to folks who struggle with a negative body image is this. Teams of students scour magazines for images of unrealistic beauty standards and create collages that reveal the extent of media manipulation. Gender and sexual identity is at this intersection. Gender includes topics that are derived from social assumptions about biological sex and roles we are expected to perform. Students deserve to self-identify as the gender and sexual orientation they feel accurately represents who they are, and to reflect upon what all of that means within a safe and inclusive space. At the center of our model is values. Each of us experiences sexuality by viewing it through the lens of our own individual values. At More Than Sex Ed, we identify common values that are the foundation of our program. They are respect, self-worth, responsibility, health, compassion, justice, and inclusiveness. Within this framework, students can be supported in identifying their personal moral position on the range of sexual health issues without disrespecting or judging their peers.
Our programs meet the mandates of the California Healthy Youth Act, the most comprehensive sex ed requirements in the nation. When you consider the entire span of intersecting topics involving sexuality, you can understand why so many kids respond, "I wish this class were longer," at the end of our workshops. And that is why we are more than sex ed.